I think I've come up with a system for making new damage types in D&D, but I figured it out in this video you're about to watch. I'm filming this after I did the rest of the recording, so I'm a bit excited. You're gonna watch me find it out live. Okay, thank you, bye. Wait, no, don't go yet. Yesterday I posted a video about linear algebra for spells in D&D, and a few people were like, okay, fine, but what's the point? Well, I want to show you. Now, the examples I gave were using the heat and the movement axes, where this symbol here is the heat unit vector, so that means 1 unit along this axis, and this one here is movement, 1 along this. People are like, oh, is that thermal energy, kinetic energy? No. We want to keep this nice and abstract. Remember, we're working on magic, not real things. We're still trying to come up with what these axes should be, because there's going to be like 11 of them, but there'll be things like hopelessness, completeness, stuff like that. Very intangible. It's going to be okay. One of the cool things you can do if we're using vectors, and because we're using abstract things, is we can ask people to do some basic maths and find out some new property of spells. So the examples I gave, if we have fire, which is high heat, low movement, and lightning, which is low heat, high movement, though personally I think maybe it should be up here, not the point. In the theory of magic, we found there's a pretty good correlation between spell level and spell damage, but only if you separate it out by damage type. Now, I think there might be a more complex relationship here, but you know what, for now, linear will do. So if you know the damage type and you know these gradients, then you can know the average damage at every single one of these levels. So here and here, we have a defined relationship between level and damage. For example, what if we move our vector between fire and lightning? Well, we call this interpolation. Interpolation's pretty easy. Basically, if we have a point A and B, we want to be able to infer any point between them. So here I've picked C. And we can describe it in the maths pretty easily by this factor K, which is 0 at A, 1 at B. And we linearly interpolate by saying that A times 1 minus K plus BK will give us some point between them. So if K is equal to 0, we get 1 minus 0, so we get A here, plus B times 0, 0, so we just get A. If K is equal to 1, this becomes 0, so we're just left with B. And I've set this up really easily in Desmos, just trying to hold it steady so you can see there, but if I move this K slider around, you can see that we can just get all the points between them. So, this is the key bit, this is the fun bit. If I know for this point and this point, gradient and the y-intercept of the line, we can calculate the new gradients interpolated between these damage types to find the new damage level relationship. Or in other words, we can work out a whole load of new damage types in D&D by linearly moving between two different ones as we define it in these unit vector spaces. Obviously, this is a little arbitrary in how we choose these vectors, but I love this. This is so cool. I did say to Stennis, who came up with kind of the initial idea for this system, that I will go off the rails with the vector thing. This won't be in the Warlock writing system. This isn't for Warlocks. This is very wizardy, but oh my god. Oh, I need to lie down. This is too exciting. Okay, have fun. Bye.